I spent my childhood dreaming of who I would be and what I would do with my life. I spent my teens depressed inside a textbook hoping that one day my hard work would pay off. Well, it did. But I realized what I worked so hard for was something I didn't really want. All these different versions of myself, all these failures, all of these fresh starts. I'm in the beginning of my adult life, essentially erasing the work I spent the last 20 years putting into myself. So hi, I'm Lexy. I am now 24 years old, and I'm a failure. Every year, without a doubt, I go through the birthday blues. Real pretty. When I was a student, it was easy for me to cover these feelings up with the stress from finals. But on a deeper level, it's because I'm a perfectionist. I have to do and be everything I ever wanted every single year. Like this. Coffee shop time. I make myself believe I don't deserve any type of celebration. I distract myself with any work I need to make me feel some type of accomplishment. And then I isolate myself. Self-isolation is always giving what it needs to give for me. Okay, but I can admit that it's an extremely unhealthy habit. I've been trying to work on it because you never know how much time you get with your loved ones. If someone truly loves you, they love every version of you, even the version that wants to sit in the corner and hide. I spent so many birthdays feeling like I wasn't worthy of a celebration, so I would just not acknowledge it and hide away until it passed. This year, I decided not to do that. Because despite the fact that I didn't accomplish everything I wanted to this year, I still accomplished a lot, and that deserved to be celebrated. So I woke up early to watch the sunset, took some pictures, and even cried. But I mostly reflected on who I was for the first 23 years of my life and who I plan to be for the next 23 years. I got to start the day reflecting and ended it at an amazing dinner with my partner. This is all I got.
Don't show mine. Mine is even more. Look at the filet mignon. Filet mignon. You don't got nothing left.
It was a calm day, but needed as I transitioned to the next phase of my life. The days after my birthday tend to be very low, but for the past 7 years, 3 days after my birthday is my partner's birthday.
Max's gift. Max is the dude I've been with for a minute, you feel me? I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's pretty similar to me when it comes to birthdays, but the one thing we always do, no matter how bad we may feel, we never let each other spend our birthdays alone. Even if it's something simple, a meal, a cake, or just a quiet moment together. What matters the most is the time we spend with each other, because birthdays aren't just about the day you were born. They're also about the loved ones you meet along the way.
Because I'm too messy.
I got these. Little big is fine. How do we feel about the turtleneck sitch? Good morning to the YouTube peeps. What shoes should I wear? I was thinking some loafies. Loafies with some white socks. I was working at the coffee shop, but then my computer died. So now I have to edit the pictures from home. I haven't posted in I think like a month. This is like the longest I've gone without posting, I feel. A lot has happened. I guess I'll do a small update. I celebrated my 24th birthday. I made the decision not to celebrate that much this year. Honestly, I feel like I don't deserve to celebrate my birthday. I don't know, I feel like I haven't necessarily done that much this year. But what's so funny saying that is this year I've had the most physical and emotional spiritual changes that I've ever had in a year of my life. I was looking at like my vision boards and my goals for 2024, and I've actually done all of them. A lot has changed with it. I feel like I'm gonna cry. This year I focused so much on the idea of change and wanting to change that I regret not sitting down and reflecting reflecting on the change that I've made, and now I'm at the point where I don't necessarily identify with a lot of my life currently, which makes it hard. Discomfort is where change comes from, and I feel like I constantly feel uncomfortable in my everyday life. So it's obviously like a little weird because I don't necessarily identify with who I am at the current moment, because I change into everything that I wanted to be. But to make those changes, I basically became a stranger to myself, and I'm trying to work through that. Right now I need to finish editing because I did a 6-month photo shoot for my niece, and I have to finish editing them by 12 o'clock. It is currently 11:30, so I wanted to show y'all some of the stuff that I got for my birthday. Let's see if I can pick it up. Oh. Look at that! You cannot tell me these are not the cutest things ever. Filled with all my favorite flowers. What else did I get? Is this painting from my sister-in-law, and you see the kitties. And I was like, girl, even the way you put the cats on here is so accurate. So I can't wait to hang that up. She's the one who makes all the paintings that go throughout my room. She made me the kitties in like clay form. A big gift of my birthday was shopping. The skirt is one of them. I wore these on my birthday. A nice mom jean. I finally have like pants that fit me after my weight loss, so it was like the best gift you could give me. Aren't they cute? Not as much booty, but cute. How do we feel? Yeah. When I graduated college, I spent so much time dwelling on my failure to secure the life that was supposed to come with my degree. The idea of who I was going to be was a version of myself I never wanted in the first place, but it was what made other people proud. So I continued on a path that burned my feet so the fire gleamed in others' eyes. In the end, I lost my spark, and my eyes were dull, but I think I needed that low point in my life. When you feel like you have nothing, you tend to focus more on what you need. And what I needed was to fail. A lot. I used to think that failing was the end of the journey, as if my arc would end because I failed at this one thing. Now, I see that some of the greatest aspects of life come from failure. I think of these great inventions like the pacemaker, that was created from Dr. Wilson Greatbatch grabbing the wrong part out of a box. That caused a machine that was meant to record a heartbeat to release a signal that mimicked a heartbeat. A small failure that led to an invention that saved my mom's life countless times. Monumental acts like Rosa Parks, who is known as the first lady of the civil rights movement, who failed to get up out of her seat. A failure that was inspired by a young teen mother, Claudette Colvin. In the movie Past Lives, Nora states that she's moving to America because no Korean wins the Nobel Prize in Literature. And yet Han Can failed to listen to societal beliefs and won the same exact prize in 2024 for her works, The Vegetarian and Human Acts, with The Vegetarian focusing on how failures can help women throughout life. The failure to pay attention to detail, the failure to do an act, the failure to accept societal expectations. Failures are the backbones of great stories. The difference between someone who fails and a failure is the ability to get up and start over again. The failure to pay attention to detail, the failure to do an act, the failure to accept societal expectations. Failures are the backbones of great stories. The difference between someone who fails and a failure is the ability to get up and start over again. We become who we need to be through our failure to become who we thought we'd be. Last year on my birthday, I wrote a letter to my younger self. It was a very low point in my life. So sad. My anxiety was at an all-time high. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And truthfully, I just felt stuck. The letter I wrote to myself was a way of me saying that it was time to let go of who I was to become who I needed to be. This is how I kind of make my flower bouquets last a little longer. I didn't know what 23 had in store for me, but I knew a lot of change was coming from it. And boy, was I right. So hey, 23-year-old me, let this now 24-year-old catch you up on some things. You lost the weight you've been trying to lose for years and even healed your relationship with food in the process. You started your spiritual journey, which brought you closer to yourself and inner peace. You even traveled and explored a new city by yourself, which is something I know you were always too afraid to do. You didn't let fear stop you from doing things. You did everything scared. I'm not saying it was easy, I mean, you cried a lot this year, but it sure as hell was worth it. You even did something that you've been too scared to do since graduating college, but we'll keep that secret to ourselves for now.
I'm getting like kind of emotional about it.
Speaking of secrets, you were able to keep a big one this year, which is really hard for you, but you challenged yourself and did it. Now you're going to be an aunt to a beautiful baby boy, and crazy thing is, you already became an aunt to a baby girl too, which a couple of years ago you never thought you'd get the chance to do that again. You even taught her your famous stank face, which she executes perfectly, by the way. I am proud to say that the student has officially surpassed the teacher. You allowed yourself to be bad at things. I know the perfectionist in you is screaming right now, but oddly enough, being bad at things makes you better at them. Whether it was drawing, photography, or video editing, you did it all and you did it badly. Your creative career is officially growing. You've done more photo shoots this year than ever before, and you have officially finished writing, producing, directing, and acting in 2 short films, making your official directorial debut at 23, bringing you one step closer to your lifelong dream of becoming a filmmaker and director. You even started the process of writing your first book and film treatment to go along with it. I mean, your creativity puts Picasso to shame. But don't let my cockiness fool you. We still have a lot of growing to do, but at least we put down the foundation. Anyways, the point of this long spiel is, you did it. Despite the fear, despite the lack of skills, and despite how you felt. You freaking did it. I have never in my 24 years of life been this close to who I've always wanted to be. And that's thanks to you. So let's raise a glass to this 23-year-old pain in the ass that decided she was going to be something this year. You did it with grace and class. Okay, maybe not that, but regardless, you did what you needed to do to let me become who I needed to be. And there are no words in any language that could express how thankful I am for that.
I used to dream for things like this.
So let me reintroduce myself. Hi, I'm Lexy. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a failure. If there was any advice I would give to you, it's to become a failure too.